Clay, it's so good to have you here again. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing very well. So
I'm glad to hear that, and I notice that you're smiling, so it means that you're in good spirits, right?
yeah, we got
Oh,
little man here. So I was making faces at him. Oh, careful, dude.
what's his name? What's the name of your son?
It's Krew, Krew, Krew.
Crew. All right, all right. So how old is he?
8 months, 8.5 months.
Nice. So I guess he's the reason why you took the rest of 2022 off after fighting against Martinez.
No, but I'd rather not talk about that right now. You start making me cry.
Can I ask you if something personal happened?
Yeah, I had another brother pass away.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences, my deepest condolences. Really, I'm sorry.
No worries.
So, are you how are you right now?
I mean, we're doing good. I feel like as far as fighting goes, I'm better than I've ever been. So yeah, we're focused and we're ready to go win this $1 million. So.
How much would it mean to you to win the PFL championship and the $1 million prize?
I mean, I've been at this shit for 2 years, and I feel like I've came up just shy, So to get that belt and just to prove that I'm better than these guys would mean the world to me.
And what were your main takeaways from your first two PFL seasons? I mean, you alternated wins and losses. So I guess perhaps you had the time to reflect on what happened and, make some adjustments.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I lost. So I just got to win more decisively. You know what I'm saying? I just got to go out there and just beat these guys up and just be more decisive. Maybe, that's really it. I came out like I was a split decision loss. You know what I'm saying? Roche, they gave me a unanimous decision loss, but I think those judges were smoking crack.
So yeah, of course, I recall that you didn't agree with the judges on that occasion, but even with Martinez,
Nobody agreed with the judges.
that's
Martinez was close, but I mean, I beat up Martinez. I was beating up on the feet. He was on his back, looking up at me like almost half the fight. I feel like he got desperate and started wrestling. The only real danger I was ever in was that choke, and I got out of it. So I felt like I beat him up, but it is what it is.
And what do you think the judges saw on that occasion? Did the judges saw on that occasion that eventually led to them to reward Martinez with the victory?
Probably him just out wrestling me a little bit. But in my opinion, it was desperate wrestling. He was getting beat up. He was getting punched in the face, and he didn't want to get punched anymore. I dropped him in the second round, and then after that, it was just wrestle the whole entire time. So he maybe out wrestled me a little bit, and I think that's what did it. So.
I understand. And what is then the motivation coming into the new season? You'll be fighting your first fight on April 14th. You're taking on Yamato Nishikawa. Sorry, you're taking on
Yeah, you're
Yamato.
good. Hard name to say.
That's true. That's true. I have to confess here. So, what is your motivation for this new season?
Yeah, I mean, my motivation is to go in there and win that $1 million, you know, and to take care of my family and things like that. What I'm focused on is I'm focused on my grappling, getting ready as far as when these guys try to wrestle me, because they're all going to try to wrestle me.
You don't think that anyone would like to stand and bang with you?
I guarantee none of them want to. Shane Burgos might try for a minute until I start beating him up.
Sorry. Okay. I thought I lost you there for a moment. But still, so is Shane Burgos a name you would like to face in this season?
I like welcoming those UFC guys to the PFL. You know, I've already done it twice, and we're 2-0 as far as the UFC guys go. So yeah, that is a fight I'd like to I'd like to get. You know, that is a fight I'd like to win. So
Does it add extra motivation to you? I mean, the fact we spoke about your UFC stint. You told me that you were pretty young. You made some choices that perhaps you wouldn't have done if you were older in those times. So does the fact that you get to fight against former UFC fighters, but still many, actually left the UFC on their terms to join the PFL, does it add extra motivation to you?
100%. You know, I like putting PFL on the map. You know what I'm saying? And one of the ways to do that is to beat up all the UFC guys. So I want to be like one of the faces of PFL where people are like, that dude's a bad motherfucker, you know, and he's beating up all the UFC guys. I think I'm one of the best, and I want to prove it by beating the best. And the guys coming from there are sometimes the best, you know.
So I recall that you put on an authentic war with Jeremy Stephens last year. Can fans expect the same, focused and fan-friendly fighting style from you, Clay?
From me, always. You know, Jeremy Stevens, he banged it out with me, dude. He's probably one of the only dudes that would have done that. Everybody else is gonna try to take me down and wrestling and stuff. It kind of depends on that other guy. I'm coming to bring it every time, and I'm coming to bang it out every time, you know, and stay on the feet and try to knock each other out. So most of these other guys, they're gonna start getting beat up and they're gonna try to wrestle me, and then it kind of, you know, wrestling is exciting and jiu-jitsu is exciting, but let's all face it, we like to see knockouts, and we like to see strikes. You know, that's at least the average fan does. You know, the
But I think even hardcore fans,
the average fan, you know,
even a hardcore fans love to see knockouts from.
I mean, me, if I see a good jujitsu, like good exchanges in grappling and jujitsu, like that excites me, you know, because I'm a fighter and I'm like, oh, look at him setting this up or look at him doing that. But you know, for a lot of these average fans, they're just, you know, punch him in the face. You know, that's what they want to see. So
yeah, the Just Bleed guy, of course, the Just Bleed guy.
yeah.
And what's about your boxing career? Are there any news on that? Did you put on hold that boxing career, or 2023 will bring some news in that regard?
We'll see. I mean, PFL's I mean, Jeremy Stevens in Pedestal Boxing this year. They're doing super fights with Aldo and Roy Jones Jr. and all this, and yeah, maybe that'll happen, maybe not. Right now, I'm focused on the tournament. I'm focused on mixed martial arts. Yeah, you know, maybe Jake Paul, since he's with the PFL now, maybe he'll try to box me. I'll have to put on a little weight, but I'd love to beat him up. You know.
Yeah. I also recall
get that payday too. You know.
I bet that one.
He don't
right?
want no smoke, bro. He don't want no smoke. He'd rather fight Nick Diaz or somebody or Yeah, freaking all these wrestlers, bro. He don't want to fight somebody that's been in boxing. And I mean, every guy I've boxed been undefeated or close to. I think the combined record of the guys I fought was like 300 and something and like 6. So yeah, I've been at this. I've been doing this. All these guys, they're jumping on the bandwagon now, but I set the trend for these motherfuckers to start boxing. These MMA guys, you know, I set the trend for that shit.
You have a point there. You started boxing when boxing wasn't that much popular for MMA fighters.
Yeah, I'm a trendsetter, bro. Everybody wants to be like Cassius, I guess, huh?
That's true. That's true. Clay, before I let you go, do you have any last messages?
Yeah, first I want to give a shout out to Duke Preps here in Rupert, Idaho. They're helping me out with my weight cut this year. I got to give a shout out to Relentless Empire. And my boy Claire, he's just a fan of mine, but he's been helping me out a lot with this camp. We made a bet back when I fought Anthony Pettis. He said if I beat up Pettis, he was gonna get my name, my signature tattooed on his butt, on his ass. And I beat up Pettis, and sure enough, man, he sent me a picture a couple weeks later with my name tattooed on his ass. So he's an awesome guy, and he's been helping me out a lot, and just an awesome guy. So shout out to Claire.
I'm glad to hear that you're receiving so much love from fans and friends alike. Again, my condolences for your loss, but still, you know, you have to be strong for your son, I believe.
Yeah, we got to keep on keeping on. You know, life is a blessing, so I'm gonna respect it.
Thank you, Clay. Best of luck with your upcoming fight, and hopefully I will hear again from you in the future.
Thank you. Have a
Bye,
good
Vanessa.
one.
Bye.